Hello everyone and welcome back to coverage of Grand Prix Sao Paulo's top 8. I'm Caillou and today we're going to be watching the quarterfinals match between InfinityChef, who is on Temur Tempo, and FifthDragon, who is on Black-Red Villainy. So this is going to be kind of an interesting matchup. Both of these decks, I think, have kind of similar game plans in a weird way. They're both decks which run a plethora of early interaction spells, but also plan to close the game out quickly themselves by combining, like in InfinityChef's case, face burn with powerful like tempo creatures that grow, and in the case of Fifth, with cards like Hugo combined with the classic win con of Villainy. So I think that one interesting thing here is that Fifth is giving away information before the game even begins, swaps a Villainy into the sideboard for a Hugo. So that lets Chef know either A, Fifth already has a Villainy, because Villainy is one of the best cards in the deck. You 100% want to have a copy of it. Or that Fifth only has 2 lands. Both of those things are true. So I don't know how it'll influence Chef's play, but I think that it's interesting, like how much information that one change of bringing in Hugo from the sideboard, thanks to its first mate ability, is actually giving Chef right there. So Fifth is going to try and run out a Saratu Flamebinder, very powerful 1-drop, but Chef has the Force Spike on deck, just going to counter it with the Cosmic Sinkhole. And this turn can hold up Ignition Point plus Portal Fracture to potentially be able to either counter or kill whatever Fifth tries to put down now. Yeah, if Fifth tries to just curve out here and play Hugo, things will not end well. Looks like Fifth just passing. Interesting. Fifth's only instant is Rend, so this feels like a bit of a weird choice. I guess they can also cycle an Earth on end. I feel like you'd want to at least play the pay up to just get information there. But yeah, this is a very stacked hand. Chef is just going to play out the Tamiyo. Yeah, you don't even need, like, the thing is, like, you don't even want to, like, draw here. You just plus up Tamiyo, keep her loyalty beefy. Starting next turn, you have Portal Fracture, Ignition Point, and Cane Dancer can flashback any of these. I almost wonder if you wanted to wait for a 4th land so that you could play Tamiyo plus also have these up. Because this is going to be an interaction off point, and oh my god, Fifth top decking the 3rd Villainy. And the reason is, Chef doesn't have an answer to a resolved Villainy. And that could just steal the entire game away. The question is Fifth scared enough of another Cosmic Sinkhole to not just play out the Villainy here? I think drawing the second copy changes that, but oh, no, never mind. Is going to Rend Tamiyo and then play, could play Pay Up, and then exile Rend to use its destroy target planeswalker that was dealt damage this turn ability. So is just going to play it safe here, and isn't going to just windmill slam the Villainy. So yep, here comes the pay up. Tamiyo does die, and Chef is forced to discard something here. I wonder. I feel like the scariest thing in Chef's hand is the Cane Dancer, just because it represents an extra counterspell. Even if you make them discard the Portal Fracture, because Cane Dancer flashbacks it, it doesn't really matter. So, looks like FifthDragon names Cane Dancer for that reason, but Chef instead decides to discard an Ignition Point. That's why Pay Up does have that downside, but as a result, oh no, that's not how that works at all. Okay, so I'm not sure where we left off, but there was kind of a weird sequence of events at the end of Fifth's last turn. So what happened was, Fifth played Pay Up, as we saw. There was a whole discard sequence, but didn't seem to realize that its treasure token enters tapped, so cast an Unearth off of it in order to reanimate the Saratu Flamebinder. Chef didn't catch it, and then went ahead and played their turn. And they only noticed this issue on Fifth's untap step. So we're going to have a judge call here to see what can be done, if anything. Okay, so yeah, it looks like this is just going to be a game rule violation. Fifth gets to keep the Saratu Flamebinder, which is actually huge because it gets to attack this turn and filter, potentially. So again, yeah, now Chef is forced to just run out the Ignition Point to kill it. Fifth knows that Chef has the Portal Fracture, so could just run the Hugo. I don't know how you'd want to handle this. Do you want to run the Hugo into it? I feel like, oh no, I was going to Dark Bargain to see, I guess to see if they can hit another land here. Because if they hit another land here, they can just play the land and then pass. Oh, it's not even going to run the Hugo into it. I'm actually a little surprised by this. I feel like you know that they have two counter spells, but you have three threats. Just jam your threats into them. Um, I guess the thought is because you can crack the Dark Bargain on end again, you can just try to overwhelm them in card advantage. There's also the thought that if you just crack the Dark Bargain and you hit another land, you can play an uncounterable Hugo unless they use double Cane Dancer, and that way you can force through a threat. So that is actually a reasonable thought that, hey, I just need to hit my fourth land and then Portal Fracture can't touch me. And fifth eventually does hit that land, gets a swamp, is now going to run out the uncounterable Hugo with all of these juicy 3-drops waiting. On end, Chef is just going to Void Flare it. Great top deck from Chef there. Really, basically needed a way to answer a resolved creature after discarding that second ignition point and gets it. So now, again, once fifth hits the fifth land, all of these become uncounterable by what Chef has in hand unless they commit to a double counterspell line. And there's the fifth land. Everything's turning up FifthDragon right now. Which one to run out first though? A Bloodjade or a Villainy? Okay, he's gonna try and run out the Villainy. And Chef cannot afford to let this resolve. It's gonna Portal Fracture. Fifth is gonna pay the 2, and then Chef is just gonna Cane Dancer it back. So Chef gets 4 Scout tokens because they did flash it back. So they do have just shy of a 3-turn clock right now, but they're out of cards, and fifth has a full clutch. Okay, InfinityChef top decks the Cosmic Sinkhole. Can run this out for 3, which will cleanly counter any of fifth's threats here. So yep, the Villainy is coming down. Again, Chef has no answers to resolved enchantments, so has to Cosmic Sinkhole it for 3. Like, Chef has really been hitting these lifeline top decks, because otherwise double Villainy is a death sentence for tempo. So like now fifth still has the Bloodjade Prophets to gas back up and Exit as a way to kill one of the attackers, but that's kind of fifth's biggest tools out of the way. And again, like, is going to be, oh my god, another Cosmic Sinkhole? These are insane top decks for Chef. Okay, fifth is just going to run out the Exit. Now takes 4, is now on a 2-turn clock. But yeah, fifth doesn't hit another land, is still, whatever fifth plays here is just going to get Cosmic Sinkhole again. Oh no! No, not like this. Oh no. This was entirely fifth's game to lose. Oh my, okay, and Chef finally hitting a non-counterspell card gets their 6th land. On end, okay, Puppeteering for 2. Looks like, what can fifth get back with Puppeteering for 2? Actually, nothing. Because Saratu was was Saratu not supposed to be exiled, I'm assuming? Right, because it died to just, because it was just accidentally placed in exile. Okay, so the Saratu Flamebiter can come back. It can eat one of the scouts, and then fifth goes to 4. So that definitely buys fifth some time. And fifth is able to resolve the Bloodjade Prophet and gas back up. So they could stabilize still. Okay, fifth top decking another Exit doesn't actually end up playing the Bloodjade Prophet, interestingly enough. Not even as a blocker. So fifth is going to try and Saratu Flamebinder to kill the Cane Dancer, but that still means that fifth takes 2 from the scouts, and InfinityChef's top-decked Rogar's Frenzy will close out the game. I'm gonna be real, there are games where like tight choices end up deciding the result of a game. That was just InfinityChef top-decking to hell and back. Like fifth had all the tools they needed, and had by all rights, had the information they needed because of the pay-up to decide, okay, yeah, I've baited all of Chef's interaction. I should be able to resolve one of these. And the answer was, no, you're going to resolve exactly 0 of these. So, we're getting into game 2. So fifth once again has a Villainy in the opener, also has a bunch of cheap cards. Um, I could see swapping out the Hugo for the Bloodjade Prophet. Looks like Chef is gonna mull to six, and oh, that's a no lander. That is really unfortunate on Chef's part. Used up all their luck in last game. Oh man, and Chef going all the way down to four. It looks like did bring in the once abandoned to kill villainies, but yeah, for a deck that's supposed to be interactive, this is looking painful. Has still the Pandemonium to again counter probably villainies for the most part, but again, because Fifth's deck is like it has like a mix. It has like Bloodjade Prophets as well. Still, the Pandemonium is not exactly the best interaction spell, and stuck on two lands, InfinityChef won't be able to cast the Panya's Tail very reliably. So this is looking like an uphill battle, if not a predetermined loss. So it looks like in the end, Fifth elects to not go for the Hugo, probably wanting to keep because their only red source would have been Wayfarer Shrine, so it looks like they're just electing to keep kind of a kosher plan to go for like triple black for their Villainy or Bloodjade Prophet, which they should be able to draw into one of those fairly easily, given the fact that they're going to get four extra draws here off the Dark Bargains. And fifth, exiling their own Wayfarer Shrine. I don't know if there's some like big tech that there's a reason for doing that with the corpse bid, but and before Chef gets to untap, is gonna exit the Panya. Chef does have the top deck Bounty of the Gardens as another threat, but I don't know. Okay, if fifth still not drawing a third land. Top decking a third land there would have been great for Windmill Slam Villainy, but instead the pay up helps get information on what Chef has. I think Chef is just thinking, like, should I just still the Pandemonium this so that I can get the treasure? Or not the treasure, the clue. Instead, is going to reveal their hand. Fifth names Bounty, and Chef will gladly discard that, but doesn't have any threats anymore and only has the one counter spell. Meanwhile, fifth is sitting on three different threats, two of which are not creatures. Oh wow, and Chef goes, well yeah, okay, you know what? You can make me discard one bounty, but I'll just take the next. On end, fifth gonna crack the Dark Bargain, is really jonesing for this third land here. Still not hitting it though. And still not hitting it. This is really unfortunate. Fifth is gonna play out the Dark Bargain. And jeez. 14 cards deep and only 2 lands. Okay, gonna play the second pay up top decked off the Dark Bargain. In response, looks like Chef is just gonna play the bounty for 3, and then pay up is gonna make Chef have to discard the still to Pandemonium anyways. And this way, Chef gets to put on a clock, and pay up basically just becomes discard a card. And this is so unfortunate for fifth. It was looking like this was going to be unfortunate for InfinityChef, but now they have a 3/3 clock, and also because of off the Mysterious Cataract, fetch up Lumbering Hillock. So even lands are live cards. So yeah, Mountain Spring, you don't really want to see it, but I think you don't usually. Oh, okay. I was gonna say usually the play pattern with these cards is hold them up if you have a land to make them think that you have interaction. But I think here you just play out the Mountain Spring, and then next turn if you top deck a green source, you can swing in with the Lumbering Hillock. But anyways, fifth is gonna play Bloodjade Prophet. How many is fifth gonna take? Looks like fifth is taking 6 damage. Is gonna get the land plus the rend. And yeah, this is the thing. If Chef had played the Mountain Spring last turn, would have been able to play the Wayfarer Shrine, grab a green source, swing with the Lumbering Hillock. Instead, now Bloodjade Prophet's just going to trade with the Bounty. Fifth is still on like a just shy of 3-turn clock off of the just shy of 2-turn clock, sorry, off of the Lumbering Hillock. And if fifth ends up cracking this Shardstone Rift or this Dark Bargain, it'll be a 2-turn clock. But Chef really needs to put the pressure on FifthDragon before they can stabilize with all of these like juicy 3-drop cards they have in hand. So yeah, fifth gonna go down 2-7. So now Lumbering Hillock kills in 2 swings. Technically 3 because Saratu can chump for 2. But and yeah, now here comes the Villainy, and this is where things get difficult because next turn fifth can untap, rend, unearth. That's like 6 damage right there. Rend even has the ability to kill a Lumbering Hillock at instant speed. Yeah, fifth top decks the or sorry, Chef top decks the Portal Fracture. But yeah, I think for now you just need to swing in with the Lumbering Hillock. Like again, Chef needs to close out this game. So fifth blocks a Seratu Flamebinder, takes two from the trample, and loses one from the Villainy trigger, but draws another card. And that card is an Exant, which will allow fifth to just hold that up and answer Lumbering Hillock. Say, despite fifth being on 4 life and Chef being on 15, this is entirely fifth's game. Like, once you have a resolved Villainy, it's kind of over. And yep, fifth gonna play an Unearth, shock InfinityChef's face with the Villainy trigger, get back the Seratu Flamebinder to just be able to chump the Lumbering Hillock once more. And then holding up 3 mana, the reason for Chef holding up 3 mana, presumably, is in order to... Or the reason for fifth to hold up 3 mana is that they can resolve their Exant through a Portal Fracture, which is smart play. But Chef draws is just going to pass. The reason for this is that they can, on end, Cane Dancer get back a bounty of the Gardens. And with the bounty will be a 5/5, so they can use that as an additional angle to put pressure on fifth. Oh, and it looks like fifth saying, do nothing because I can't count. Maybe they were hoping to puppeteering X equals 3 for a Bloodjade Prophet. They can still get back a Panya off of the puppeteering. But no, okay, it's just going to crack the Dark Bargain. Draws into another land. Can fifth just kill here? You swing with the Seratu, deal 1 damage. Okay, let's just assume no interaction for Chef, even though Chef clearly has interaction. Okay, you swing with the Seratu, Chef goes down to 12. So you need 6 non-creature spells this turn. Yeah, okay, so fifth can't reach that. But gets damn close because has Rend. Rend deals 1 damage on its own. Dark. It's so close because you deal 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. So Chef would go to 1 life this turn because fifth just plays out all of their 1-cost black spells to just dome Chef. Okay, yeah, it's just gonna. I think. Chef is just gonna run out the Portal Fracture on the Unearth. A moment of truth is, does fifth want to pay here? Because I think if fifth pays here, they probably lose because they pay. Chef plays the Cane Dancer, Portal Fractures it back to guaranteed counter the Unearth. Fifth has no blockers and has 1 mana. With 1 mana I guess you can puppeteer and get something back, so you might still not die to the Lumbering Hillock plus tokens. Yeah, Yeah, it's still such a dicey situation for Chef. It looks like fifth is gonna let the Unearth be countered. Chef is gonna get the 2 scout tokens right there. And fifth passing. On end, Cane Dancer for bounty. Looks like it. So yeah, bounty 4/5. Fifth still... Yeah, this is still awkward because I think fifth can still navigate out of this because they go Exant, point a trigger at Lumbering Hillock, Rend killing a token, point another trigger at Lumbering Hillock, that dies. Fifth gains 5 life. Then they take take 6 damage, so you lose 1 life from the exchange, but you also completely wipe Chef's board. Oh, and Chef isn't even going to Lumbering Hillock because of the top decked Cane Dancer, presumably. Okay. Fifth is going to try and run out the Rend. Villainy trigger hitting the Cane Dancer. Now the question is, does Chef want a Cane Dancer Portal Fracture here? Nope. It's just going to let them both die. And now Exant? No, okay, they're just going to resolve... they have to resolve the Villainy death trigger, so loses 1 life. And draws a card. Yep, now the Exant. So going to use the Villainy trigger on the Scout in an attempt to force Chef to sack the plant token. In response, Chef is going to flash in the Cane Dancer, make another 5/5 off the bounty. I think that's probably the best play. Yep, bounty coming down makes a 5/5, and then you just sack the Cane Dancer to the Exant. And Seratu Flame Dancer does die. That is pretty relevant because usually you don't see Exant's downside coming in. But I was just about to say, fifth top decks the 4th non-creature spell, and so can just point all 4 at face with Villainy, Doesn't have to worry about interaction because Chef's hand is empty and just handily wins this. But that was still a scarily close game off a Malta 4 for Chef. Fifth is shocking the plants? Fifth is shocking the plants. Did they miss the winning line? Oh, do you have, if you play puppeteering, do you have to pay? Oh, you probably have to, unless there's a zero cost, you can't just pay zero, huh? That makes it a lot worse in Villainy. Which probably means that they're going to go duress, pay up, puppeteering for one, bringing back either like a Saratu Flamebinder or InfinityChef's Prodigious Panya. Oh no, fifth is going to just shock face. Okay. I'm not sure how, like, with puppeteering, can you target, can you make illegal targets? Okay, so here comes the pay up. Okay, so it looks like fifth, it looks like I was not wrong in the rules, and you do need to have a valid target. So fifth can't actually kill because needs to would need one more mana to be able to cast two puppeteerings here. So instead, is just gonna have to settle for killing one of the plants. Because so shocks one of the plants. So it looks like in a show of uncharacteristic generosity, fifth is or InfinityChef is actually gonna let fifth rewind because fifth realized they don't actually have lethal this turn, so they instead it looks like it's gonna be duress, pay up, shock the plants, puppeteering, x equals 1, killing with the third trigger killing a plant. You draw a card off the Villainy, and then because a creature died, you can cast puppeteering for 1 to get back a 3-cost creature, and then get back like Bloodjade Prophet or Oil Driller. But Oil Drill actually does nothing here, so you just get back Bloodjade Prophet. I think that this is really generous by Chef, considering that if they didn't let fifth, like fifth made the mistake, like admitted it was a mistake, and Chef is still letting them like rewind. And the reason that this is big is because if fifth had done this, I think that Chef would have had them dead next turn, or not dead, but like close enough, because you have a plant and the Lumbering Hillock, so you swing for 9, or I guess you have them dead in 2 turns. With this, you're like, and I feel like you gotta like, oh wait, and no, fifth can fifth kill both of them? Oh, fifth might be able to kill both of them because of I forgot about the Rend Engrave. So this is even worse. So it's gonna double puppeteering now, kill the plant, bring back Oil Driller plus Bloodjade Prophet, hit Chef for 8, and then like potentially just kill them. Yeah, this was, I think that, I mean, I'm not the players, but I really think that Chef should have just been like, well, you made the mistake, you let it ride, because like, it's a GP, it's game 2, and Magic is defined by mistakes. Like, I think if Chef hadn't done that, would have had a chance to win this. Oh, it doesn't get Oil Driller. Oh, that's so surprising to me that fifth doesn't get Oil Driller and instead gets Saratu plus Bloodjade. I guess the thought is that Saratu guarantees. And I guess, yeah, Chef is just going to concede there. Oh my god. Yeah, if Chef, and yeah, oh man, if Chef had just like let fifth hang themselves with their own mistake, they still had a chance in that game too. But I think, despite all of that, can we talk about how close that game was despite Chef mulling to 4? That was like I'm scared to see what Chef does if they keep a full hand this time. Okay, so we're getting into game 3. Fifth is going to be keeping at 6. Chef keeping at 7. Chef has started off with Veilborn Meddler, which is quite good in this matchup because of all the CMC1 cards, and Portal Fractures and Spellstutter, so a huge interaction suite here. And topping the Ignition Point is just a gravy because it allows you to deal with creatures. Meanwhile, Fifth passing without playing their Corpse Bed? I guess they want to save the Corpse Bed for, like, to be able to exile potential Cane Dancer targets, but I feel like giving up the tempo of not playing a land is worth so much more, especially, like, if you don't draw another land, then you won't be able to cycle your Unearths next turn. But yeah, on end, Chef plays a Veilborn Meddler, but that just gets eaten by Fifth's Exant. Doesn't super matter. Chef still has triple portal fracture, and as soon as they hit a fourth land, this will start pumping out two twos, or sorry, one ones. Uh, and oh man, Chef with or fifth with the Villainy top deck. They just need a third land, and then it's all gas with the triple Bloodjade Prophet and the Villainies. And even if the Bloodjade Prophets are answered, have the unearths to bring them back, and the unearths are cyclable. So fifth can effectively like force themselves to get a land, but they are wasting or quote unquote wasting tempo. He draws a Serrato Flamebiter, don't have any plays. On end, Chef is just going to Rogar's Frenzy. Yeah, Rogar's Frenzy face. This allows this allows Chef to potentially make tokens and start putting a beating on FifthDragon. And oh, top deck Forest. That's actually that's like the one land you don't want, because you want a land that allows you to turn on Portal Fractures, Wanderlust. Actually, maybe Chef has snow-covered lands, which they can fetch up with the Wayfarer Shrine. Okay, Fifth is going to try and run out the Bloodjade Prophet here. They're doing the Bloodjade Prophet first because if Chef only has Still the Pandemoniums, then this resolves. If Chef has other types of counter magic, then you want to bait that out first, because resolving a Villainy just basically wins you the game. Yeah, the main issue here is that, oh yeah, and Chef does have the snow-covered island. And then on end is just going to Ignition Point face. Chef just going fully for the throat. I'm surprised that Chef didn't keep the Ignition Point back to kill a creature potentially. And oh my god, is that the... Oh no, they hit the Lumbering Hillock, but they still have double Portal Fracture Spell Stutter, so yeah, I don't think like... Okay, and fifth top deck's the Crumbling Precipice. Really good because it allows them to resolve the Serrato Flamebinder potentially. But yeah, Chef is just going to Portal Fracture the second Bloodjade Prophet. Is going to run out the Unearthed, but this will just get Portal Fractured again. Yeah, Portal Fractured again. And Chef has like... Oh my god, and is fifth just going to concede there? Okay, fifth isn't going to concede, but they're putting GG in chat. They're like, damn. I was about to say that's a bit of a premature concede, because next turn you get to go Villainy Unearth, and the Unearth can kill something, and you gain some life off the Villainy. And yeah, okay, with the Swamp... the Swamp is actually really, 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 really good. Or it would be if... Oh no, fifth is just going to concede. I was about to say that you could pay for the Spell Stutter, but then you just die if you pay for the Spell Stutter. So, damn, what a game. Like, I think the problem was fifth was keeping hands with way too many 3-drops, and then they lost so much tempo in those games. Like, even game 2, which they won, I think they lost so much tempo by not hitting a third land for so long, and that almost let Chef claw their way back into the game. So yeah, whew. Good job to InfinityChef. They take that match 2-1, and that means we have 2 copies of Temur Tempo going into our semifinals, with the other one being piloted by Pipsqueak. So we could even have a Temur Tempo Mirror Finals, depending on how those players perform in their respective semifinals matches. But yeah, until then, this is Caillou signing off.